Hi, it's Tash from Foxes and Brown Bears Tarot, and today I'm doing a VR to Candy Soul and Soil called Dark Decks Tag Urit. So I thought about doing this. I have done deck collections in the past, so some of these decks have been featured anyway, but it sounded like such a cool tag and I really enjoyed her video, so I thought I'd give it a go anyway. Now I don't have a lot of dark decks, it's not really my aesthetic, so I've only got really a few, but let's give it a go. All right, so the first one I'm looking at is my Les Vampires by Lucy Cavendish. And this is a very cute little deck. I really like this one. And let's have a look. So that's that one. And now what I've paired this one with is the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valença, which is kind of cool. So let us have a look. I might actually just zoom in slightly so you can see the cards. So I think that looks very cool together. I think these decks really fit in terms of the aesthetic and coloration as well. So I think it's kind of cool. And I think also these particular words on the Les Vampires Oracle are quite, I guess, tough. So internal struggle, personal challenges, you know, there you got sovereignty. Oh wow, look at that with the dragon, that looks so cool. So I think this is a very nice pairing, in my opinion, just in terms of coloration even. But also, I think that add depth to each other. So, which is kind of cool. Ooh. Yeah, so I think it's kind of cool. It's a good pairing, in my opinion. So, alrighty. So, that's my first pairing. All right, so now we'll get rid of the Les Vampires and we'll go on and see what might pair with the Deviant Moon. And with this one, I'm going to go with the Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle. Now, this deck I don't find dark in terms of its messages or feel. However, in terms of its imagery, it can be considered quite dark. And I actually think this would pair quite nicely because they would aesthetically go together on some level, but at the same time, I think that this deck would temper the messages of this deck. So I think there'll be quite a nice pairing. And I mean, the artwork is very different, but yeah, I also think it would work quite nicely. Just once again, the coloration, it goes well together. And I mean, moons and lots of moons in this one. Just that kind of eerie darkness in it. And I think that does look quite pretty together. So I haven't actually used this pairing before, but looking at it now, I might actually do it. I had used the previous pairing, but not this one. So that is cool. I think I could do this one. It works quite nicely. All right. So now we'll get rid of the Deviant Moon. And the Seasons of the Witch Oracle is now tagged. And we're going to see what else I can pair with this one. All right, so this one I think I might pair with the Darkwood Tarot. So this is by Sasha Graham and Abigail Larson. And I think this will look very cool together. Just once again in terms of coloration and wow, yeah. I think that looks beautiful together. So I like that pairing a lot. Now I haven't used this deck a lot. It's still on my list to get some love. But I'm thinking actually, I love this pairing. I'm going to pair this all the time, I think. When I do start using this deck, I think I'll pull this one out. So actually, this could be one to use next month, I think. This has just moved forward in my to work with pile, I think. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, this is a gorgeous pairing. Yeah, Seasons of the Witch Samhain with the Darkwood Tarot. That looks fabulous. I really like that. I think that works beautifully. I like. I very much do. All right, so now we'll get rid of the Samhain Oracle and we'll see what else I could pair with the Darkwood Tarot. And for this one, I was thinking The Oracle of Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish. And these are the backs. And I think the coloration would work very beautifully with these as well. So this is a bit of a glossy deck, so hopefully it's showing up. I am near a window, but I think this works quite nicely. Probably not as nicely as the previous pairing. So I think the previous pairing is gorgeous in terms of the coloration. But yeah. This one clashes a little bit more color-wise. But I think there's still a lot to be said for this pairing. I think it could work quite nicely, actually. Ooh, that's a nice pairing there. Yes, so that is yet another pairing. All right. So, get rid of the Darkwood Tarot. And we'll see what I can pair with the Shadows and Light Oracle. Now, I only have one deck left, so it has to be this one. And that's the Zombie Tarot. And yeah, I thought this could work. I don't have a lot that would actually pair with the Zombie Tarot personally, because as I said, I don't do a lot of dark decks. But I wonder if this one will work to some extent. And yeah. I mean, they're very different aesthetically. But maybe in terms of messages, they might work quite nicely. But probably the least successful of the pairings so far. Oh, but those work nicely together, don't they? In terms of messages. Please don't lose hope. Yeah, I like it. Quite like it. They both have a very creepy feel. And I guess they both work in the sense that this is kind of humorous creepy and this is kind of cute creepy in a way. So, yeah. I think that works quite nicely. As I said though, probably not the best one, but kind of cool. And that was my last deck anyway, so I had very few options. Yes. So anyway, that's my VR. Really, really short. I definitely don't have a lot of dark decks. It's just not my aesthetic generally. And you've seen even the dark decks I do have, they tend to be kind of cutesy or humorous. And yeah, and other than the Deviant Moon, which I actually don't find particularly scary or creepy, like they're not your typical creepy decks. So yeah, all right. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my tag VR. So dark decks, tag you're it. Thank you to Candy, Soul and Soil for creating a really fun VR. Thanks for watching. Bye.